What is antimatter? Antimatter is a substance composed of subatomic particles with the same mass as matter, but an opposite electric charge and magnetic movement. To put it in perspective, think about matter and what it's composed of. Atoms. Atoms are made up of a positive proton, a neutral neutron, and a negative electron. Antimatter is similar in structure, but the roles are essentially reversed. Instead of having protons, there are negatively charged antiprotons in their place. Instead of electrons, there are positively charged positrons. And you can't really reverse the charge of a neutron, so it's just the opposite, and it's an antineutron that has pretty much the same job as a regular neutron. The same goes for smaller subatomic particles. For example, protons and neutrons are made up of smaller particles called quarks, which have an antimatter equivalent known as the antiquark. Now, matter and antimatter cannot coexist in the same space for more than an instant without exploding into a massive amount of energy. When the opposite charges of each molecule are introduced, they counteract each other, leading to mutual annihilation, which dissolves all the particles in the area and releases a massive amount of radiation.
What is baryogenesis? Baryogenesis is a hypothetical process that took place at the formation of the universe that created asymmetrical amounts of matter and antimatter. The European Organization for Nuclear Research has done research that now shows some matter can oscillate between matter and antimatter. These particles, called mesons, are made of one quark and one antiquark and can switch back and forth. However, they switch at different rates and are more likely to switch from antimatter to matter than the other way around. This suggests that the reason for asymmetrical amounts of matter and antimatter is because something in physics favors matter in our universe. Physicists posit that the reason we cannot detect any antimatter in the natural universe is because regions of antimatter are separated by gravitational repulsion that antimatter gives off and keeps it separate from matter.